Hey, what's up guys? This is Brian from Whisper Status 74. I'm in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. First thing in the morning, just outside. Now, why I make a video like this for a channel that deals with tech and 4K and HDR and games and game design and sound is in waking up first thing in the morning while it's still dark and going outside. I want to know if any of you guys share, I'm going to use the word obsession. That car passed by as all the fishermen come out. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm out in this environment, and my wife makes her a little bit crazy, is when I'm looking at anything, even in nature or even in sound effects, I'm either taken back to films I've enjoyed or games I've enjoyed. So in this environment, it reminds me of one of my favorite games, which is The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. One of those walking simulators. Half-Life 2. And I want to know if any of you guys get to that when you're in a real environment and you look at the clouds, if you think about HDR or color gradation or how realistic graphics have come. Or when I'm watching a film, how you can feel like you're in that environment. My favorite movie of all time is Jaws. Grew up with the film, but something I loved about that setting is the town felt completely lived in. And if you can ever get to Martha's Vineyard, take the Jaws tour. There's a million of them, and they'll walk you through different shots of the film where it was filmed. But I'm fascinated by the calmness, the sound, but even the spookiness of this environment and the actual color. What I love about game design is they're getting closer than ever to taking us there. With games that are complete walkthroughs, you can go anywhere. Now, this is a random video. If you're not part of the channel, you're definitely not going to get it. So just, ignore it. But those of you that I know pretty well, we've talked about this before. But I want to know, we're talking about being present and being in our environment, getting out of the basement, getting away from the games. When you are outside and you are in these nice environments, do you get distracted thinking about your favorite games or your favorite movies and that wanting to put you right back inside? So while I stress being present and enjoying being outside and being athletic and relaxing and just listening, here I am recording with electronic device. I find it kind of ironic. But just the detail and the sound. It's the sun coming up, the different colors that are produced from it. What games do they remind you of? It's my favorite parts about the Far Cry series. Especially the last one. It was I thought it would be such a boring environment, and ended up being one of my favorites. It just was so organic. But when I'm in this area, I'm thinking of Jaws. When I'm reading a Stephen King book, I love the settings of Maine and the cold, small towns. And getting out here so early before a lot of these people, even the fishermen, you don't have as much sound. But in the same vein, I'm fascinated by old factories. that are closed down, abandoned malls. So it's not just outdoors, but indoor as well. And while it's so important to get outside and appreciate the beauty, and though I stress it, I have to consciously say, be present, be in the moment, and yet here I am with a Galaxy phone. Most people walk by me thinking I'm nuts talking to myself. And I'm proud of this obsession. I'm proud of this way of being. And why is that? Is I feel when we're into these types of media, being mainly for me, movies and particularly gaming, is I'm never bored. There's always something to look forward to. My uncle and I are only a few years apart. Give him a little shout out. Robert, or as I call him, Bobby. We always say we love being nerds in every pure sense of the word, in the sense of we always look forward to films and games and geeking out. Never bored, always something to do, always something to look forward to. But in the comments, let me know. Be as kind as you possibly can, please. But in the comments, if you, while you're outdoors, fishing or whatever it is you do out there, working out, whatever, going for a walk, while you're present, do you say to yourself, look at that HDR? Or, I can't wait to go home and be in Far Cry or one of these games. Like this game, this area makes me want to go play Half-Life again. Or one of my other favorite old games, which is Alan Wake, as the sun comes up. Books like Salem's Lot. And though I worked in the city for years, I do find as I'm getting older, I love this environment. And I find I love it probably because of that love of games and film. But come on, that reminds you of Jaws, that creepiness, that dark water. So as relaxing as that is, it's like when that girl Chrissy is on the beach inviting that dude to go swimming with her. Which ironically was filmed at night, if you can believe that. But while I'm out here enjoying this beauty, I was drawn to thinking of my favorite games and spooky movies, and just want to know if you guys who are into this the way I am feel the same way, and how crazy that actually makes us. As these guys are fishing, they're looking at this dude like, what are you doing, bro? Talking to yourself. Alright guys, well hopefully you got outside a lot this summer and enjoyed what's outside as much as we enjoy inside. And you know, grab your camera, start a channel, talk to yourself, and make some of these videos that everybody shows on their TVs to show 4K quality and HDR. Enjoy some of the details for yourself. Alright guys, thank you as always. Let me know your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon.